There's been some news when it comes to ICP. Now, nothing I say is financial advice, and I'm not telling anyone to do anything. However, I saw not too long ago ICP have a new listing, and they actually even talked about this, right? Or should I say Definity? And they kind of responded to this post about Finch Pay listing ICP. Now, people may be thinking, well, is this really anything significant? Well, I don't think it's that bad. I mean, keep in mind, like other projects out there, we don't really see any new listings. We're not really seeing anything that interesting happen to it. And actually, as of late, there's been quite a lot going on with the internet computer, right? We take a look at caffeine AI and all this type of stuff, and then we see something like this as well. It's pretty interesting, in my perspective. Now, do I think it's the greatest thing of all time? No, I don't think so. But still, I find it pretty interesting nonetheless. That's the way to take a look at it. Now, people sometimes like to tell me, right, oh, ICP is not really focusing on listings and something like that. Well, I think, first of all, it's not a meme. You know what I mean? It's not like a kind of a joke of a project or something like that. It's not a project that's only focused on attention, right? Of course, if I don't even know what the project is, how can I know about it? But I'm just saying, sometimes attention does matter, but sometimes we already also take a look at historically, ICP has already done pretty okay. Like less than a year ago, basically, the price was around like $15 less than a year ago, back in December of 2024. And do we think that it has the best listings then? No, and it was still able to do that even without an altcoin season. So in terms of the listings, I think it's already okay. Like I don't think if, let's say, they don't improve it, I wouldn't necessarily complain about that, but I'm just saying I still find this pretty cool nonetheless that they even still care, I think, about something like this in the first place. Because in the grand scheme of things, I don't see a lot of people complaining about the listings when it comes to ICP, even though it isn't the best. Some other projects out there, clearly, I mean, the listings are not good whatsoever, so I get it. If there's kind of a complaint on that sort of vibe, right? But then when it comes to this, it just doesn't really kind of have that vibe to me. But nonetheless, I do still like what I'm seeing. Now, when it comes to the internet computer, people like to tell me, oh, when it comes to ICP, it's around $4. $100 is around, like, far ways away at this point. We're still around 24 times lower than that. But the thing is, when it comes to, let's say, ICP back in April of 2024, it was around almost $19, right, at that point. So at that point, we're talking about slightly over 5 times lower than $100. And it achieved that less than 2 years ago without an altcoin season. If there was an actual altcoin season at that time, what could ICP do? Who knows? But I'm saying, like, it already did that even without an altcoin season. Keep in mind, that was without any talks about, or should I say any sort of significant attention when it comes to caffeine AI at that time. Also on top of that, do we see any rumblings or any talks about what Definity 2.0 could be, or the internet computer 2.0? You know what I mean? And it was still able to do that. So the way you take a look at it was that even despite no one really talking about, like, the fundamentals of the internet computer back then in a significant way, which I do see as of right now despite the price pullback, but I'm saying in terms of the fundamentals, I feel like the sentiment has actually become better. So then, if I take a look at it, when it comes to ICP, I just haven't given up. Do I think it's going to be the hypothetically, like, top 5 or something? No, but it doesn't need to, in my opinion. Like, not every single project out there has to become the best and all this. No, I just don't think that needs to be the case. Like, for instance, is Shiba Inu the largest project out there of all time? I mean, it's not even the biggest meme coin, but it doesn't really need to, right? It's already pretty okay, even despite that. So that's just kind of the mentality they have when it comes to the internet computer. Like, for instance, is Algorand or something like Cardano going to become the #1 layer 1 blockchain of all time? No, I don't think so. Like, I don't even think they can ever become more popular than something like Ethereum. But does it need to? No, not really. It's like, for instance, I take a look at Kevin Hart. If I'm a comedian, do I need to be as famous as Kevin Hart? Now, that'd be pretty cool, but there's only one Kevin Hart. You know what I mean? Like, not every single comedian can achieve his level of kind of famous level, I would say. Right? I mean, that's the way you take a look at it. I mean, come on. Kevin Hart was in Jumanji. That movie is so popular. You know what I mean? So when I take a look at something like the internet computer, it doesn't need to be the hypothetical best. But then at the same time, just hypothetically going to $100 at that point, considering the current circulating supply market cap would be around 54 billion. It's not such a groundbreaking achievement, but still, we're around 24 times lower than that. In my point of view, what is Ethereum going to do in the next 6 months, maybe? Like, for instance, like going to 10 grand is not even over a 4x from where Ethereum is as of right now. That's just my point of view. Like, for instance, even Bitcoin, let's say it goes to like 300 grand or something like that, that's not over a 4x. That's just the way you take a look at it. So overall, in the grand scheme of things, I am still staying patient when it comes to ICP. I just haven't given up. But yeah, that's just the way you take a look at it. However, I want to say thank you for watching. I hope you all have a nice day. It's Malik the Captain, and I'll catch you all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.